She posted about Charlie Kirk's death. Within 8 hours, she was fired. That's what happened to Win Bolyak, a high school teacher in Greenville, South Carolina. Following the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk on September 10, 2025, Bolyak went on social media and wrote, "Thoughts and prayers to his children, but in my humble opinion, America became greater today." By the end of the day, after the post was shared and sparked outrage, the school district confirmed she was no longer an employee. This teacher's story is not unique. In the weeks since Kirk's death, a wave of firings, suspensions, and investigations has swept across the United States, targeting educators and other public employees for what they posted online. This has ignited a fierce national debate, pitting the constitutional right to free speech against professional ethics and the responsibilities of public employment. The social media posts that led to these consequences were varied. Some, like Bolyak's, were seen as mocking or celebrating Kirk's death. In Tennessee, elementary school teacher Susanna O'Brien was fired after sharing posts created by others. One of the posts she shared stated, "Charlie Kirk spent his entire life disparaging immigrants, disrespecting women, and blaming black folks, only to get shot in one of the whitest places on earth." In other cases, the comments were more nuanced. A staffer at Ball State University was fired after posting on a private account that Kirk's death was a tragedy, but also a reflection of the violence, fear, and hatred he sowed. This isn't a story about a few isolated incidents. It's a nationwide phenomenon. The American Association of University Professors, or AAUP, reported that as many as 40 academics had been dismissed in the weeks following the assassination. In Texas, the state's education agency is investigating over 350 complaints against educators in 124 different school districts. Governor Greg Abbott publicly supported the investigations, stating that teachers who are detached from civility have no place in schools. This has led to resignations and firings across the state. How did these private posts become public firestorms so quickly? In many instances, the posts were discovered and amplified by conservative influencers and online accounts such as Libs of TikTok. These accounts would screenshot the posts, share them with their large followings, and tag the individual's employers, creating intense public pressure campaigns that often led to swift action by the institutions. Now, the battle is moving from social media to the courtroom. Many of the fired educators are filing federal lawsuits, arguing their First Amendment rights were violated. Their lawyers contend they were speaking as private citizens on personal social media accounts about a matter of public concern, the death of a major political figure. The core of their argument is that the government, which includes public schools and universities, cannot punish people for their political speech. Susanna O'Brien, the Tennessee teacher, filed a lawsuit on October 8th seeking her job back. Her complaint argues that she was posting as a private citizen on a friends-only Facebook page, that her posts caused no disruption at school, and that it was her firing, not the posts themselves, that actually drew attention and disrupted the school community. On the other side of the argument, school districts and universities defend their actions. They point to employee social media policies and codes of conduct, arguing that celebrating or making light of violence is unprofessional and fails to model the values they are supposed to instill in students. Legally, their defense often rests on the concept of disruption. While public employees do have free speech rights, those rights can be limited if their speech is found to materially and substantially interfere with the operation of the workplace. Texas Education Commissioner Mike Morath stated that while free speech is a fundamental right, it does not give carte blanche authority to celebrate or sow violence. Employers argue that these posts damage public trust and disrupt the educational environment. Advocacy groups like the AAUP have warned that these firings are creating a climate of fear in schools and on college campuses. They argue this is causing a chilling effect where educators self-censor their personal opinions out of fear of becoming the next target of an online outrage campaign and losing their livelihood. The AAUP has also criticized the rush to judgment, reminding universities that faculty are entitled to due process and hearings before being disciplined. The death of Charlie Kirk has thus triggered a secondary crisis, one that tests the boundaries of free speech in the digital age. The outcomes of the dozens of lawsuits now underway will have significant implications, potentially setting new legal precedents for the rights of millions of public employees across the country. These cases highlight the blurred lines between personal expression and professional responsibility, and the immense power of social media to turn private thoughts into public trials.